and in today's video we are going to be talking about how to entertain some 2-year-olds, so stay tuned. Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. It's Lydia, thanks for joining me, and we all know how busy 2-year-olds can be and how little their attention span is. So as babysitters, it's really good to keep in our back pocket a long list of short activities for these kiddos. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is a list of things you could do with the kids to keep them busy and entertained. So the first thing on my list is a puzzle mix-up. So here I have 2 puzzles. I have a foam puzzle, I have a board puzzle, and what I'll do is I'll take all the pieces from both puzzles, I'll put them in one big pile, I'll put the puzzles out, and then have them pick out of the middle all of the pieces together, pick out one piece and have them identify which puzzle it goes to and then put it in the place where it goes. So the next one on my list is building and destroying blocks. The toddlers really enjoy destroying the blocks, but I've come to find if I say, hey, we need to build the tower before we destroy it, they tend to help with the building part as well, and that really helps with their fine motor skills. So I have these stacking blocks. So I ig these. We use just wooden blocks. We can use these big stackable Lego pieces. So anything that you can build and destroy, they're into. But again, doesn't last more than 20 to 30 minutes. So that's next on my list. Another one on my list is stickers on paper. Now, this could just be any sticker package that you bring or that they have on paper, and you can kind of make a scene out of the stickers. Or if you wanted to make it educational, you can get yard sale stickers, and those are like yellow, red, green, and then get colored paper and put it on the wall and have them match the yellow sticker to the yellow paper, the green sticker to the green paper, the red sticker to the red paper, and that'll help with their color matching as well. Moving on to imaginary play. Imaginary play is so good for kids. It really gets them creative and their juices flowing on how to play anything with anything. And then when we join in, it really makes that so much better. So like tea parties and mermaids and dolls and what else do I play? I think I've played every game out there just because the kids really like imaginary play. We have Play-Doh. So here's my big bag of Play-Doh. I have scented ones, I have little ones, I have shapes that they can use, or scissors or rollers. So I love doing Play-Doh with them. Again, they get really creative, and we do challenges on who can make a better fish or a better whatever. Or we make little castles, and it just is a lot of fun to see again where their creativity goes. The next thing I really like to do with the kids is called a wash station, which is basically washing toys. So you get like plastic toys or plastic food or plastic dishes, and then you get them a bubbly soap water bin and just a plain water bin. You give them soap and scrub brushes and throw it all in there, and they tend to love cleaning the fruit or the plastic food or whatever it may be, the plastic animals. They really like that one. Again, doesn't last more than 20-30 minutes, but it does entertain. Next on my list is outdoorsies. It is chalk and blowing bubbles. So I bring chalk and I bring bubbles. I don't bring this whole thing. I tend to fill up smaller containers using this. And I fill up a container for myself as well as a small container for the 2-year-old that I'm going to babysit. This way, at that age, they're really trying to be independent, and if I give them those bubbles and they accidentally spill it all over the place, it's not a huge loss because it's not this big thing. And also it does tend to be sanitary, more sanitary, that they have their own wand, and kids tend to put it on their lips, and just not what I want to deal with. So they have their own separate little bottle, and I have mine, but this doesn't come with me. This is just my fill-up bottle. So, chalk and bubbles. Very fun to do outside if the weather's nice and the kids need some outside time. Next thing on my list is a scavenger hunt. So, depending on the age, we're talking about 2-year-olds today, but I do scavenger hunts with a lot of my kids. But since I'm working with 2-year-olds specifically, I tend to use a bigger object to hide, and then they have to find. So we'll agree on a stuffed animal or something, and then I'll go hide it, and they have to go find it. So it's kind of like a hide and seek scavenger hunt. It depends on what the kids really want to do. If they want to gather multiple things and they have to go find it, or if they just want to find one thing. It just depends on what they're feeling, but again, it'll keep them busy. Next on my list is red light, green light, and I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you've played it as a kid or at a camp or with other kids. But this one really helps with having kids start to listen to direction. So red light means stop, green means go. But this one's a really fun one to see them collectively play as a group and really try to understand red means stop, green means go, and when I say stop, that means stop. When I say go, that means go. So it's a fun one, and that one actually lasts me a little longer than 20 to 30 minutes just because they're so interested in the game, and they're competitive. All kids are, so that's a good one. Next one on my list is a lineup, an animal lineup or a car lineup or a toy lineup, whatever you want to call it. But what you end up doing is putting a piece of tape on the ground. You can turn it into a shape. You can do whatever you want. But the kids then put up their plastic toys or plastic cars or whatever it may be, and they line them up in a big line. Don't ask me why that's entertaining to them. I don't know. But toy lineup is a really good game for them as well. This next one on my list is probably one of my favorite ones. It's a dance party. Now kids love to dance and move their body and groove, and they have no fear when it comes to showing off their dance moves. So we'll put on some Disney music or kid-friendly music and they will dance away. You can turn this into freeze dance or you can just dance away. Like I said, it doesn't last longer than 20 to 30 minutes, but I tend to keep on the music after the dance party's over, just to continue that happy mood and boosting their energy and stuff. Things to keep in mind when you're playing all these games with 2-year-olds, you gotta keep things really simple for them, because simple is interesting to a 2-year-old. They're still learning and they're still growing, and they're just into everything, into learning everything. So keeping things simple may be boring for you, sure, but for that 2-year-old, it is engaging and entertaining. So right along with that, you may have something exciting planned for them. You may have something in mind that they're going to absolutely love and you're excited to do. And then at times it comes time for you to do it and they're like, I'd rather go play with PlayDoh, you know? And I've done that before and I've gotten really disappointed and my feelings hurt, but I have to remember they're 2 years old. I shouldn't be hurt or feel disappointed because I had this great activity plan and it didn't work out, because you've got to just go with the flow. They're 2-year-olds and they lead with what they want to do. So don't just be disappointed, don't be discouraged, just go with the flow and have fun. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.